and welcome back to Light Up the Town. Now, if you watched the previous video, you might be wondering how we got here to an already very festive looking park, and that is because we had a bit of an audio problem. If you have been following the channel at all, you'll know that I am cursed when it comes to microphones, and the last recording that I did just has so many problems with the audio that I kind of had to get rid of it. So instead of doing this with you while I'm talking, we're going to be doing a tour of what we've already done in the part where there is no good audio. But I think you'll like it. I mean, you can already see from here that there is slight chaos off to the right, but ahead of us we have this very beautiful, kind of traditional walkway. So you step through the gates of the park. We have ribbons on all of the lampposts, and we have like an archway of beautiful lights. This was the vision, to have an archway of lights. Now in the park, which is actually a really, really cool area, and we're going to switch view for this actually into first person mode. You go over here. Wait, let me redo that. That's not where you go. Right. You go over here and you see the sign for Bell Lake, and as you turn this way, we have very cute snowmen. Now this is one of the things that we picked up as a new item from this area. You speak to a father and child and they decide that they want to build a snowman, and so we end up with these adorable kind of snow ferrets. But over here there is an ice rink. Okay, let's switch back into third person because the ice rink obviously has now a whole circle of light surrounding it. Apart from over here, we have a bandstand which has a snowman inside it. So I thought it would be fun if this kind of stood out from everything else. It has different lights to the rest of the ice rink. There are also some skating snowmen around. I just got kind of excited about snowmen at this point. There are quite a few people to speak to over here, including that slightly aggressive sounding red bird over there, but he's actually very nice. And this is the adorable child that wanted to build a snowman.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Bean.
Hi.
There were also loads of coins in this area. And this gate, which is the gate that goes to the other path. Now, if we go through here and turn to the right, we end up back at the gate that we came through originally. So I'm going to run back to this gate so you can see what my vision was for this particular walkway. So remember this beautiful, kind of traditional path to the ice rink? Well, this way, we have just pure Christmas chaos. It could reasonably be said that I may have got a little bit carried away with the lights on this side, but I kind of like it. We have a lot more snowmen over here. We have loads of ribbons. We have a lot of colourful lights. Over here, we decided to experiment with putting the icicles upside down. So you can make these kind of big, I don't know what you'd call them, big icebergs around places by putting the icicles on a flat surface. So instead of trying to hang them from a roof, you literally just put them on the ground, and you can do this with them. I did attempt to put a star in the middle of that circle up there, but because the stars pivot on a point, actually let me show you what I mean. The stars are never kind of, I don't want to say the right way around, but they're like this. So normally if you put a star on top of a Christmas tree, the point is at the top, right? But these stars pivot on the point. And so when I put it inside the circle, it just didn't look right to me. So we decided to try some other decorations inside the circle instead, and the snowman did in fact fit. So we have a snowman in there instead. Now, you might actually notice as we went to the star down there that in the menu we have some other decorations now. So I have things like a wreath, which would have worked on here. I didn't have that at the point where we were doing this. So I'm not going to add it at the moment because we can always come back to these parts. And I want to show you exactly what happened in the part that you're missing. So, at the end of our slightly chaotic Christmas walkway, we have this.
Hi.
Now, this was already Christmassy themed, so as you can see, it's a carousel. It's made of giant candy canes. The lights that are on the top, including the star and the candy canes around the edge, those are the things that we added here, as well as the lights that kind of come down from that central point. Again, there were coins and stuff up here, so we picked those up as well. And we had another cute child.
I want to go ice skating.
I love the voices in this game as well. So that's what we did to the park area, and this one was really fun. I think this park actually might have been my favourite one so far. Bean is stuck on a log. There we go. Now, as we exited the park, and we got full cheer on this one as well, obviously, we then went to downtown. So the kind of bigger, busier version, I guess, of Midtown. Downtown was quite a lot of fun as well. It's got kind of a different tone to it. We had this beautiful theatre over here, which is more beautiful now that I've decorated it, obviously, but it has things on the posters, Christmassy things you can go and watch. A Christmas Carol over on that one, and on this one you've got Christmas bells are ringing. Or the main events coming soon, Portrait of a Llama on Fire, or Ferret Brewer's Day Off. Now on this side there was quite a complicated, in comparison to the other jumps, section to get some coins. We got quite a few over there, but I did have to come back to it. It took me a while, as you can imagine, to get in there. My favourite thing about this place was this, Dolly's Flowers, the florist, and this is where we got a lot of our new decorations from. You can see some of them on here. So we've got the like garland that's across the top, and I added lights and normal baubles onto that. I was just kind of experimenting with what you can stick onto it. One of the things that I did find about this is it's not like a solid object. So when you put the garland across something, whatever's behind it is what the rest of your decorations will stick to. So you can see in this case, some of the baubles have kind of disappeared behind the garland. So you do have to be quite precise about where you're sticking them. We also got mistletoe.
Hi. Hello.
And the hedgehog who runs this shop is just very, very cute. So these were the things that you could buy from Dolly's Flowers, and we, as you can see, bought all of them. I did have to come back after collecting some more coins to get them, but I just love all of this stuff. I think because in real life too, these are my favourite decorations, like all the flowers and the garlands. Now, there's another shop in this area, which is the bakery. And you can see my interesting decision up here, because from the bakery, we were given gingerbread men, which again are basically gingerbread ferrets, gingerbread men. And I realized that you could scale the gingerbread man up to be really big. So the bakery now has a giant mascot gingerbread man, and also some enormous candy canes, because I realised you can scale those up quite well too.
How's it going?
Hi.
And I want to show you the inside of the bakery before we move on from here, because it's so cute and so detailed. And if I can get a first person angle on here, there are reindeer donuts in the cabinet. We have like toffee apples and candy canes. Now, we didn't get everything from here. We bought the gingerbread house, which I do use later, and that's really fun. You can also get things like a tray of cookies to put out for Santa, big gumdrops, which I think we might come back for later, and some lollipops that you can use to stick in the ground like the candy canes. There were quite a lot of like little alleyway areas on this one. That one I didn't put any decorations in because there wasn't anything there, but this one, we decorated these tables so people can sit outside. We put some lights up around. This looked so much duller before we came and did this. And also, this became a very festive walkway through to the other part of town. And I really like that part as well. Now, this part here is one of those areas where there's nothing that we can go into, but it's just like a row of shops There was a pub here. We put some lanterns on the tables, a wreath on the door, decorated their Christmas trees, had some slightly wonky ribbons, but I'm assuming that no one will notice because, you know, it is a pub. And we decorated this all the way down here. Maybe got a little bit carried away with putting wreaths on every door. And found some secret coins in that alcove at the bottom. And our final bit that I want to show you for this, aside from the fact that we had the very cute Ruby again over here, is this, which is my favourite decorated Christmas tree so far. Now this pigeon, I want to say, over here, I recognise him. He was also in Midtown. I'm pretty sure it's the same one because exactly like in Midtown, he was sitting by the Christmas tree and I can't talk to them. So I don't know whether that's going to be something that we can maybe unlock dialogue later, or whether this is just something that you can notice kind of recurs throughout the different maps. I gave him a gingerbread map because I just thought that that would be a nice thing to do. And that is what we did to downtown. So after downtown, we had this interesting area, Sagebrush Avenue. And Sagebrush Avenue is just a hospital and a radio station. This was, so far, definitely the least kind of Christmassy feeling place. It's quite foggy. A lot of the other places have had like the aurora in the sky, and it's obviously still snowing, and it's got Christmas music in the background, which does automatically make it feel a bit Christmassy, but it did feel just quite industrial, and hospitals, especially at Christmas, always seem a bit sad. So I really wanted to put a lot of decorations up for this one. Now immediately what I noticed, and what you are probably noticing, is we have this one lit up window up here which has a character inside it. Now the view from that window looks straight out over here, and let's go first person for this again. So I decided that they needed to have a nicer view, and so we decorated the lamppost and we gave them 2 snowmen friends to look out of the window at. And we also, for people coming into the hospital, used the gingerbread house scaled up as far as it would go, with some small gingerbread men who are going to their gingerbread house. Now over to the right, you can see what we did to the fountain with a giant snowman and a kind of light ring around the base of it. And then we kept the decorations on the porch, I guess it would be, of the hospital. Pretty simple, pretty classic. We've got lights, we've got ribbons, and we have a giant wreath on top. Coming into here was pretty, I don't want to say sad. It wasn't a very festive hospital. It wasn't a very fun-looking space, which is fair because it is just the reception of the hospital. So you can see immediately what we did in here was decorate the 2 sides of the doors. On this side, we went for wreaths on the brick walls, and I was planning to do that on this side as well, but for some reason on this side it doesn't work. The wreaths just kind of clipped into the brick. It didn't look right, so we went for giant bows for the pediatric ward instead. And we're going to go in there in a second because actually, as you can see, for the first time in this game we could go through the door. That hasn't been a thing so far, and it will be a thing a couple more times in the rest of this this video. So we decorated the tree, made that look beautiful again, like we did with the one in downtown. And we maybe went a bit crazy with the flowers. There was a dead plant on here, which I just thought was unacceptable for Christmas, so we tried to place a plant within the plant so it would look a bit happier. This is one of the things that we actually got from the florist after I unlocked all of the items from the florist. Now, I'm actually not sure whether this unlocked because we bought everything or because I spoke to the hedgehog enough times. I think it's probably because we unlocked everything, which does mean that maybe we can unlock kind of secret things after we've bought everything from the shop. So I really want to make sure that I'm collecting all coins from this point, so that we can have every Christmas decoration in the game. Now into pediatrics, because this is going to let us into the room we could see from outside.
Hi.
And again, this is just so cute.
Thank you for decorating.
Mona is actually adorable, and we can see what she can see from standing on the bed now. Which is obviously just much nicer to look at. Mona got loads of decorations because, you know, it's not nice to be stuck in hospital at Christmas. So we've done the entire perimeter of the walls with garlands and starlights. She has a wreath, she has flowers, she has a gingerbread house. We decorated the medicine cabinet, and I was, pretty happy with this one. Mona's room is definitely my favorite part of this whole map. She even has pictures on the walls, like she drew a spaceship and some flowers and a rainbow with a unicorn on top and a bird.
Oh, hi, kiddo.
Hi.
Now, as we go back outside and we cross over the bridge, you can see that the radio tower is still pretty industrial looking. We did put a fair amount of lights on the top of this part. So if I jump back into third person and climb back up here so you can see properly. There was this area which seemed to be used by people to just kind of sit down up here. The only thing that was up here previously was that candle in the middle of the table. So we made it look a lot nicer to sit down with some flowers, and by attaching these lights to the conveniently placed poles that were everywhere. And we put some on the bottom as well, on the troughs. As you can imagine, there were coins up here too, and we managed to get the starlights to kind of wrap around the legs of the radio tower. Now there is a character in the radio station. You can see him up there. We gave him a snowman outside. I can't talk to him. I did decorate his house, well, I guess kind of his house slash his office. We decorated it for him to see if that would make him talk to me.
Bean.
And it did. Oh. Hang on, Matt. You didn't say hi to me last time.
All right, welcome in. We are here with an exclusive interview with the one, the only, Bean, aka the Light Kid. Now tell me, Bean, doesn't your dad usually put the lights around town?
Okay, this is new. The last time I came in here, this character did not speak to me. And I couldn't interact with him at all. I kind of thought maybe we had to come back. So this is new.
He broke his leg. And he's lazy.
Oh no! How'd he break it?
Wow, Bean, that's a bit harsh. He's lazy. He broke his leg. How's he supposed to climb up with the lights?
Putting up lights on our house.
Isn't he an electrician?
Oh no, he broke his leg putting up the lights, so now he sent his child to do it.
He's not very good, but he tries.
Don't we all? Now, something we like to ask this season is, what's your favorite part of the holidays? And I'm pretty sure we're gonna know your answer. Is it the lights?
Well, I feel like Bean can't really answer anything other than the lights. But I do feel like we're being pretty harsh to our dad here.
Yeah, I guess so. I think they're pretty, and it also reminds people it's the holidays. They were always my mom's favorite part. So now they're mine too.
Well, how about that? Give it up for the String Light Kid, everybody.
Aw, that was quite nice.
All right, here's a segment we like to call Hot Takes. My hot take of the day, eggnog. Overrated. What about you, Bean? Do you have any hot takes for us?
A lot of people do inflatable things, but I don't think we should do that. Like, what if, a sharp rock hits it, and then we can't blow it back up?
Okay, the hot take segment from Bean. We shouldn't have inflatable decorations. Is that why there's none in the game? Because Bean decided that we shouldn't have them?
Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Matt. I've also never actually tried eggnog, but I can't tell you whether that hot take is correct or not. I don't think I have any Christmas hot takes. One of the, I wouldn't call it a hot take, but an interesting decision that we made over here was I wanted to try out the icicle lights, which I think worked really well on this. And then I stood back, looked at it and thought, wouldn't it be cute if there were kind of snowman sentinels on the little See the kind of platforms on either side of the ladder? That did not work. The snowman stuck to the side, they went upside down, and as I was trying to do it, I kind of accidentally ended up putting one on the roof. And that's just a thing now because it looked funny and I kind of liked it, and it also looks like he's looking over at the people who are sitting over there. So yeah, now that is a feature. There is a snowman, and we put some lights at the back here so that as you're walking up and you're looking at the nice wreaths on all the lampposts, you can sit in the light on the bench if you want to. Okay, now we put a few lights on the bridge just after we got the full cheer meter for this one. We picked up quite a few coins by jumping on the roof of the hospital, which you had to balance all the way along here for, onto that pipe and over onto this kind of work part. They're obviously doing some building work on the hospital over there. So that was maybe the hardest that we've had to try to get some coins. But after that, we unlocked this residential space, Meadowlark Street. And Meadowlark Street, as you can see, is the one place so far that we have not yet decorated. So we have some huge houses here. The one thing that I did do previously on this is I collected all the coins. And that's because I wanted to go back and buy some more decorations from Midtown. We did do that. So now if you look over at the menu, at the things that we ended up with, we went back to the antique store and we went back to the hardware store. We got a teddy bear, we got presents. And this is why I had to come back and get some coins. We bought a nutcracker. And the nutcracker was 30 coins, which is one of the most expensive things I've bought in the game so far. But look how big he gets. So I thought for this very kind of fancy looking area, we're going to use some giant nutcrackers, and I think that's going to work really well with this house. If we go into first person, I want to show you what we're working with over here, because in this very, very fancy house, we have this gated garden. We won't talk about how I entered the gate last time, but it does actually... Oh no. Don't tell me it's not going to open for me now. Do you actually have to jump over it first? Oh, you do? Okay, I wasn't as stupid as I thought I was. Yeah, I jumped over the gate and then realised afterwards that if you just push it, it opens. But I guess you really do have to jump over it first. This garden had loads of coins in it. And as you can see, it just very fancy looking. We have a greenhouse in here. We are definitely going to come and put a load of lights in here and a load of decorations. So as we were attempting to get all of the coins from the outside of this house, we had to go on a trampoline. And we won't talk about how many times I had to jump on the trampoline before I got all of the coins, but we did, in fact, get all of the coins. We also discovered that this lady here is having a very fancy party. And she is going to need a lot of bottles for that party. They are everywhere. So we're going to do some decorating inside on her house too. Now, the last thing that we did, we went to speak to this guy, who's lovely.
Hey, it's the Light Kid!
Hi.
See? So Paul had not as many coins inside his house, and he doesn't have as big of a house, but he did comment about having pink lights. So we actually went back again to Midtown and I bought pink lights from the hardware store just for Paul because he requested pink lights, and he has a very cute child. So that's what we decided to do. So Paul is going to be our next project, Paul's house. We're going to make it very, very Christmassy for him, and he is going to be the first pink-themed Christmas house. And then over here on this one, we're going to do something I think a bit more kind of traditional. We'll put some nutcrackers up and have flowers and stuff like that. So this is where we left off. I'm really sorry that I didn't actually get to show you the video where we did all of the previous decorations. It was a fun part of the game. Hopefully seeing it the way that I just showed it is still kind of satisfying. But for this next part, fingers crossed, we will have normal sound and the video will be a bit more like that original one. And thank you so much while we're talking about that to all the people who've been watching this, because it has been pretty amazing to see all the views going up on that one so far. As you can see, I don't get a lot of views. So actually I was quite shocked when I looked at that video and I had like 60 plus views on it. So it's a good feeling to have so many people who want to watch it, and the view time and everything was up. So it's a good Christmas present. So thank you for that. And hopefully you'll enjoy the next part of Light Up the Town, where we're going to make a somehow festive pink house. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see Paul's beautiful pink house, please consider subscribing and liking the video, and I will see you soon. Bye.